Hey Blade fans, great combo for you today. We've got Concept and OG Blade reviews. Hey, welcome back. Concept sent me yet another new release, and we'll take a quick look at the end label there, and it is the Tipper 3.39-inch blade with titanium handle with lightning strike finish. You've seen this before on a knife I showed you from Concept, but they're using it more and more. And the design is by somebody called Edgy Bladeworks that I'm not really familiar with, and I guess not familiar yet. So Concept always does amongst the best presentations in terms of their little drawer-like box here. If you've got Concept knives, you know exactly what I mean. And you get your envelope with the microfiber cloth and instructions and warranty, etc., on the inside. And going a bit deeper, yep, we got to go deeper yet. Here is the Concept flap pouch, and look out, watch your eyes. Because look what we've got here. Let me just bump this up just a bit. Oh man. It is a highly polished, which you may or may not appreciate if it's going to be some kind of EDC knife for you. It could be a safe queen though, looking at what we've got here. But there's your lightning strike anno on the not damascus, titanium frame. It's a frame lock. We've got the titanium clip that's been also anode with a lightning strike. See if I can get you a close-up. It's so glossy that I have to sort of move it around for you to see the pattern. But look at that. Isn't that cool? And to boot, we've got a real strange-looking blade with stainless Damascus. And Concept is just doing a fantastic job on this patterned Damascus stainless. That is 10 CR and 440 or something like that. They told me once. It is truly a Damascus. It is not an etched pattern on otherwise plain stainless. It goes through and through. Not sure I can show you that here, but there are layers to the steel, and it is their own proprietary stainless Damascus. When I asked them, that's what they told me. And others have verified that. So don't be too quick to judge. And let's see what we've got here from Edgy Bladeworks. Look at this blade. I mean, it's like a cleaver with, you know, a little swedge thing going on there, or a little clip thing going on there. No swedge. We do not have any grippy stuff, any jimping on the spine of the blade, but if you like putting your thumb all the way out there like I do, you got a big old sort of a razor blade going on here. Flat ground all the way up to, yeah, I mean, with this type of blade, it's hard to see the grinds. You might say, oh, they can hide the grinds with that. That's not really what they had in mind, though. A couple of eyes staring at us up here. So you may look at this and say, oh, man, not for me, just way over complex. And I suppose it is, but there are going to be some folks out there that have a taste for this. And if you don't like this and you don't like that, it comes in other variants. And I'll make sure you've got the links to show you those other variants. Smooth as silk, drop shut. It fires with thumb studs only. That's fine with me. I'm a thumb stud sort of old school guy. They were amongst the first one-hand opening methods to come out, and they've just made the knives better and better since then, tuning up that detent, just crazy nice. We got black surrounds here on both sides, and T8 on both sides, and T8 for the body hardware. So they are doing it right. You can barely see any billboarding here, although there is the Kansept's logo. There is Edgy Bladeworks logo. And yeah, tipper, if you look real close. So you're not going to see much printing on the blade because of the pattern of the Damascus. Well, let's measure it up. It's a medium-sized knife. Some would say large. 3.4-inch blade. It's 8 inches exactly overall. And it is 3.4 on the blade with an edge of about 3.3 maybe. Lose a little bit on the edge. We got a decent, I can get it in the frame for you, decent sharpening choil. Plunge grind way back behind that sharpening choil. Did I say sharpening choil? Sharpening choil. Get the calipers out and get some other dimensions for you. Pretty thick blade stock, 3.4 millimeter, which ends up being 0.13 inches with a fairly slim handle of 0.51. Finally, let's get the scale out if I can do it without dropping everything like I've been doing. Okay, so the scale, what I've been doing for those that like grams, is starting out in grams because it's one step away from ounces once I give you the grams. So weight of this little beast in grams is 134.5, we'll say. Switching to ounces, 4.75, we'll round that up. So under 5 ounces, feels fairly solid. We've got plenty of millwork on the inside. If I can grab my little flashlight here. There we go. There's your millwork. Some big rectangles on the inside and a little bit even down near the butt end of the knife on the lock side. So pretty nice. Pretty nice. I got a few things out for compare today. And I am having a few challenges here showing you this thing because of the shininess of it. But got all my 3 lights on here. Here is another lightning strike pattern on a Kansept knife. This is the Bulldozer by, I believe it's Nim King, if I have that in the right order. There's your lightning strike there. This is a 20 CV blade. This also, I believe, one of the options is either S35 or 20 CV. Kind of another sort of a cleaver in its own way with sheep's foot, but with a belly. The Bulldozer is an interesting knife. I got my own back many years ago when it first came out in plain titanium with 20 CV. They kept a 20 CV on the Bulldozer, but they added this particular variant with the lightning strike. And just to show you another knife that's sort of in the cleaver category, and I'm calling this, I'd have to call it sort of a cleaver, modified cleaver. Here we have obviously what you could call a sheep's foot or warney. This is the Ironfly YOLO that is actually a parent of the, what's the other company there? Yeah, Kunwu. Kunwu. It was right on the tip of my tongue. Kunwu. No, it wasn't. This is a Kunwu knife in their budget series and marketed under Ironfly. Beautiful button lock knife. And just for size compare, Griptilian right there. About the same size. Maybe the Griptilian's a tiny bit longer. We're going to call them the same size. And then if we get out a bigger knife, we got the Rat 1 from Ontario. There you can see that that's a good inch, inch and a quarter longer overall, with a blade about ½ inch, maybe longer. So there's your size compares. There's your handle style compares. And we'll take another look around and see if I missed any salient points. Some people complained recently that the videos are getting too long, but I figure nobody watches a whole video anymore anyway. You skip around, so you got plenty to skip around with and get to the spot you want to see, perhaps. And some want to know more about the knife than others. And some, as with one recent comment, says, you should get a gun instead. It was for a little Vosteed knife that wasn't meant to be anybody's weapon. Anyway, it's an EDC knife, but I'll jump off that soapbox real quick. So there you got your lightning strike, high polish, really nice, not deep carry, but fairly smooth in and out of the pocket. Not a real shallow ramp there, kind of steep. But with this slick material here, you should have no problems getting it in and out of the pocket. I tried it the other day, and it was nice and slick. So for that reason, if this is going to be a knife you handle in the wet or rugged use, I would probably opt for one of the other variants. But you got to admit, it's really a showpiece the way it is here. Coming in MSRP list price about $180, I believe I saw on the Kansept website. At any rate, the tipper tips the scales. Not really, under 5 ounces. Well, let me know what you think. Right over here, you'll see my logo right now. Give it a click. And if you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe to the channel and be notified every time a new video drops. Oh, you know what? Before I wrap it up, of course, we didn't do my paper sharpness test. And it's sharp, baby. Oh, man. It is a laser blade. Not so much out there, but definitely in here. Okay. Almost missed that part. I know you'd tell me that you really missed that part, or not. Okay, guys, be well. Take care. See you soon. Stay safe.